Hello, it's Bob Hebert here, coming to you live from my studios here in Summerlin, Nevada, in my den, in my home. I want to share some information with you about some up-to-date market analysis, market data, to dispel any rumors or any other misinformation that you may be hearing out there in this very troubling time or this time of chaos. There's certainly some good news in the real estate market. Stick with me. The insights I share, of course, are from the perspective of a local real estate agent. Not only do I live and breathe these numbers and service all of Las Vegas, I also talk to my buyers and my sellers, and I listen. I listen to their concerns, I listen to their worries, and I also listen to their hopes for the future. So maybe this information will help you get off the fence and make a move, or maybe it'll help you feel better and more confident about your decision to stay where you are. So no matter where you are on the spectrum of either buying or selling a home, I hope you find this information of use to you. I have to tell you that I really don't dwell on the negative news. I prefer to be realistically optimistic, and I've truly found that with every storm cloud, there's a silver lining. Where there's risk, there is opportunity. So first, I'm going to talk about some of the national news, some of the national trends in regards to real estate. But I want you to know that real estate is local, and in times of chaos like this, it's hyper-local, meaning that there are some price points and in fact some zip codes that are outperforming others. So I'd like to be able to tell you a little bit more about the national trends, then we'll bring it down to some of the local trends and hopefully explain what it all may mean to you. And record low mortgage rates will continue to attract buyers. And unless there's something done or new homes are built to meet that higher demand in the face of diminishing inventory, there are many buyers that are simply going to be sidelined, or they're going to have to put off the opportunity to buy a home. And in the meantime, prices show no sign of decreasing. I'm going to repeat that. In the meantime, prices show no sign of decreasing. Here is a table which shows the national mortgage rates dated August 23rd. Look at those rates. Some buyers are getting rates in the twos. I paid 9% interest on my first home. This is unprecedented, and it truly makes it an exciting time to be a buyer. And there in the second table for existing home sales, we see a year-over-year increase in home sales of more than 24%. In a pandemic, the pillars of the market, inventory and lending rates, are strong and are the waves that are lifting all boats. No one really knows when rates will bottom out. And in fact, oftentimes you don't know where the bottom is until the rates start going up. And if they go up long enough and start creating a trend, chances are you've missed that opportunity. Rates may change on a day-to-day basis. They may go up by a few fractions of a point on a day-to-day basis. But when they start rising on a consistent basis, and of course we have news from the Fed and other factors that play into it, once we have bounced, we've reached the bottom and started coming up the other side, the opportunity for that ultra-low rate has passed you by. Now let's talk about some local numbers and insights. There are hundreds of points of data. And obviously there are other ways someone else may interpret the information differently than I do. There's no doubt about that. But I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole here. I'm not going to get too geeked out on the numbers on you, at least not at the moment. So we're going to stick to some of the most important numbers, which are inventory and price. Those are true indicators of the health and productivity of the market. And I like to look at a 3-year trend. I like to see where we're coming from, not from a last few months or even the last year. I like to see a wider view of how we are trending in terms of inventory and in terms of price. And I'll share that information with you now. Look at this price growth. We have had double-digit price appreciation year over year for more than 3 years. And in fact, this year, of course, is no different. And you can see a small flat spot from earlier this year, from around February or March, when the pandemic became more critical and people were laid off. People stepped back, and then market factors such as low rates and low inventory created some pent-up demand, and that momentum just pushed right through, and the prices began to climb again with a current median sales price of $320,000. And now let's look at home inventory. And lo and behold, what do we have here? A significant drop in inventory that was trending long before the new year and long before the COVID crisis. This is exactly the kind of market dynamic that creates momentum even in the face of chaos. What we're seeing in the market is a surge in demand pretty much across the board. And in fact, even the luxury market has rebounded somewhat. One of the interesting things about the luxury market at the moment, what's trending, of course, is with so many people in a position where they're working remotely and from home, there's a greater demand on larger homes, homes with home offices, pools, larger yards, and so forth to accommodate the homeowner and their family staying at home for longer periods of time. So believe it or not, there is some promising news in the luxury market as well. Thank you for sharing this time with me. I know my YouTube channel isn't much to speak of at this time, but I am working to improve that. I've got a whole nother series coming up, a bunch of other videos coming up on everything from the luxury market to new home construction. And I'm also going to cover the buyer's consultation and the listing appointment. Give you some insights how some of this stuff works from a realtor's perspective so you can better appreciate it from your perspective. And if you want to be notified for any of these new videos that are going to be posted, be sure that you subscribe here, or you're always welcome to call, text, or email me at any time. I'm Bob Hebert. I'm a dad. I'm a veteran. I'm an investor. I'm a homeowner, and I'm a realtor. And I'm happy to help you if I can.